welcome back to Dun 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 Starfield. Woo! I was going to start streaming way earlier today, but taking care of the birds, matters a little more to me than just playing a game, because we can replace games, but not birds. They have their own personalities and such. And we're still going to need to do a little more shopping for Navi's cage. Hubby did a great thing by cleaning out Navi's cage. Really, really good. And though I know a person I made this mistake to is long shot that they'd be watching this, I'm very sorry to the employee of a pet shop that I've said, "Hey babe," because, and I just want to explain it, I was trying to talk to hubby and try to get your attention at once, and my mind just wasn't processing things through, and so I just clumsily yelled out, "Hey," and because I live with hubby and talk to him so much, I tend to accidentally call people babe. Like, I've called my mom, my dad, babe accidentally time to time, so sorry. Although I hope it made a good story. Okay, exit save, continue from your last save game. Yeah, confirm. Stroud Eklund has quickly become a major new ship manufacturer thanks to a huge influx of startup capital. Yay! I don't know if I should be happy, sad, boo. I don't know. I'm also drinking a Starbucks energy drink, so... Oh, yeah. Let's see, how do I change from...
Lately, I find myself spending more and more time here. Business has appealed to me, but this is exciting.
Oh god, no.
Well, I suppose calling you a rock breaker may have been a bit out of line.
I've been called worse.
Still doesn't excuse it. My frustrations lie more with Barrett. Not the first time his shenanigans have jeopardized one of our ventures. Not fair of me to take it out on you, especially since it would seem he made the right call this time. So, let's start over, shall we? Walter Stroud, CEO of Stroud Eklund, member of Constellation, and oft-times grumpy old man. Welcome aboard.
I hope the drinks are at least free.
Yes, well, a stocked bar is a treat I think Constellation can afford. For now. But if you clean us out, you're on your own. By the way,
thanks.
In addition to a place to stay, the lodge has a wealth of modification and research equipment. Spacesuit customization, pharmaceutical manufacturing, testing alien substances, the whole thing. You can even fashion industrial pieces for large-scale projects. If you don't mind extracting a few raw resources from a nearby planet, that is. I'm a fan of self-reliance, so I encourage you to make use of the tools we have to build what you need.
So, could I have... I love, as many of you know who watch my channel regularly, I love Minecraft, so setting up a base somewhere, that's just awesome, and exploring for resources Oh yeah, that my jam. This isn't where I'd
I
expect
do
to
have
find a
other things that
CEO.
require my attention. Funny thing about companies, you build one sturdy enough, it doesn't need you there all the time to prop it up. Stroud Eklund functions quite well on a day-to-day basis, leaving me time to devote to more esoteric pursuits. For years, I was captivated by the writings of Constellation's founder, Sebastian Banks. I finally decided to do something more than admire from a distance, and so now I call the Lodge home, as much as anywhere else.
What's your role in Constellation?
Me? Why, I'm the wallet. Someone has to fund all this, and all my success in business doesn't mean much if I can't put it to good use. I don't pretend to have the daring of Ms. Morgan, or the smarts of young Mateo, but I can make sure that they have the resources they need. And, as you've now seen, those resources aren't being wasted. We're onto something big here.
Navi! Navi! Do you think the vision I had means anything?
Up until very recently, I'd likely have dismissed it as, I don't know, hallucinations. But now, I'm not sure what to think. I don't suppose you have a history of this sort of thing, do you?
I haven't hit my head recently, if that's what you're asking.
Not exactly, no. But I suppose it doesn't matter. You saw something. Barrett saw something. That's an unlikely coincidence. I'm no scientist. I leave that to the likes of Barrett and young Noel there. But I think we can all agree there's something unusual going on here. Frankly, this is the most exciting thing that's happened in years.
What kind of company is Stroud Eklund?
We're most well known for ship manufacture. No expense spared. If you want the best and can afford it, you choose Stroud Eklund. Unfortunately, our success means you'll sometimes see Stroud Eklund ship modules on less than reputable vessels. They covet them. The bastards. I've tried to convince the United Colonies we can help in that regard, but they're married to Deimos Star Yards, and those old salts are stuck in the glory days.
Okay.
Remember, you're representing all of us out there.
Let's see, that was like, oh, I don't like my stuff being on someone else.
Ask if you've got questions. Speak up if you have ideas. We're all here for the same reason. Are you doing okay? I'm not sure anyone really asked yet. Don't want you to think we're focused on the artifacts and nothing else. You matter too. You've done something really significant bringing that artifact here. I'm Mateo, theological scholar by trade, but now, well, an explorer like you. It's really good to have you with us.
These artifacts all come out of caves?
Second one was on Kazal, buried the same as the one you found. But the first one, right under our noses for years, sitting in storage, masquerading as an oversized paperweight.
Oh my god.
Can you imagine potentially the greatest discovery in human history collecting dust?
Oh my god. What do you make of the vision I saw?
I'm not gonna lie, I really wish I could have seen this for myself. It's hard to judge otherwise. Both you and Barrett saw something. I don't think that's a coincidence. Did it feel like it was trying to tell you something? I don't want to necessarily use the words divine revelation, but You know, if the label fits.
I know it's important. I can feel it.
It has to be, right? All of this is connected. We just need to figure out how and why. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. We just need more data, which means more artifacts.
Yippee. What brought you to Constellation?
Well, there was some overlap in interests. I'd spent years searching for religious relics from human history. I had made a really incredible discovery, only to lose it to a greedy corporation. So I tried to steal it back. In the process, I met Walter. Turned out he owned the corporation.
No shit.
After a long talk, we realized we had a lot in common, and I was invited to join Constellation. Take care of yourself.
I've occasionally had my doubts about Constellation as an investment. But now, well, it's clearly money well spent.
When's the last time you went up to see Vladimir?
Haven't gone up there recently. Is everything okay?
Oh, I just don't know how he does it. Up there all alone for so long.
Some people love it. Ever since I got here, this has felt like home. These people are family. I hope it feels that way for you too.
How long have you been working on all of this?
Well, Constellation's been around forever, more than 50 years now. But we only became aware of the artifacts recently. Barrett discovered the first one about 2 years ago, right under our noses. And he was the one who got this all in motion. It's a shame he isn't here to see this.
I don't know, I feel something suspicious about Barrett. Don't know why. The vision I saw, what do you think that was?
Oh, right, that. If we're approaching this rationally, I suppose we'd call them visual and auditory hallucinations. What you perceived as lights and music could be overloaded neural input, your brain's attempt to make sense of something, an energy surge, some other phenomenon.
This wasn't random synapses firing, it means something.
Sure, I'm not trying to suggest otherwise. I wasn't there when it happened. I'm just thinking it through. It's okay. Now that this has happened to both you and Barrett, we can know to maybe expect it in the future. Be a little more prepared. We're all in this together now, right?
Yep. You seem to know a lot about these artifacts.
Oh, gosh. No, I mean, that's flattering, but really, we're making this up as we go. Until you arrived, we only had the two, and the vaguest sense that there was something more at work. There's still so much we don't know, and that means a lot of work ahead of us.
Let me know how I can help you learn more.
Well, right now, nothing's off the table. Metallurgical analysis, chemical composition. I'm looking at everything. One thing I'm really trying to improve is my overall database of xenobiology. I don't know if it will help in this case, but the more we know about, well, everything, the better off we are, right? Speaking of, if you're gonna be out there looking for more artifacts, you're bound to come across some interesting specimens. Anything organic, I'd be happy to take it off your hands.
How would organic resources help with learning about the artifacts?
I can't be certain that they will, but more data points are always a good thing. I don't want to rule out anything that could provide a breakthrough. And if it sweetens the deal, I can pay. Pretty well, too. Walter's pockets may not be bottomless, but they are pretty deep.
Nice. I've got some organic resources for you. I don't know if I do or not, don't, but
Great, let's see what you have.
do I have organic? Do I have to hold back?
Great, let's see what you have.
Resources. Total. I can't sell sand.
Anything I can learn from is a help.
Let's see. Okay. I was wondering about other types of exploration work besides the artifacts.
Of course, there's plenty of planets out there that no one has ever set foot on, and everything we learn about them is valuable. We have a board where we post anything specific we're looking for. A type of alien flora or fauna, or a planet with a specific quality, like if it's primed to have life but doesn't yet.
Sarah said something about a place for me to
Everything
stay.
over. Planning on sticking around then? Good. I think we can find a spot for you. And along the way, I can give you the very abbreviated tour. Right. So you've seen the library, obviously. Walter's quite proud of the
hope you're
collection.
still glad you
but
joined
Mateo has made
Constellation,
more than a
Noel.
few contributions.
You've been an
Gardens are out the
invaluable
doors
asset to the
there,
group, Noel.
if you need a moment
Just
of quiet
wanted to make sure you
contemplation.
didn't regret it.
Emphasis on the quiet part, at least usually. Let's head upstairs. Sebastian Banks, Constellation's founder, had this place built decades ago. It was a big to-do at the time, but most people in the city have forgotten we're here.
Oh, this is nice. I start just I start out mining and now this is really sweet living place. Jeez. God, much better than I'm living right now. God, yeah, I'll explore the stars.
So this is the bar. Usually no tender, so help yourself, within reason, of course. Now let's see about that room. You're in luck. We were almost at max occupancy already, but there's still one room up for grabs. It's been nice having the place so full.
Yeah, of course there'd be like one room left and you got it. Yay! And I'm one of only 2 people, you know, who have seen those visions. Yay! Oh shit.
Okay, this'll be you. Common room on one side, so that'll be quiet, and Mateo on the other side, so maybe a little less quiet. I'm sure Sarah has something planned for each of us, so I'd better get back to it. Don't want to keep her waiting too long. Enjoy!
Okay. Okay, let me not pick up everything. Oh my gosh. I can explore and shit and... How do I check my inventory? Ah, here. Select missions in the bottom section. Cutter, deep mine spacesuit, tunnel. Urban outfitter. Select. Equip. I meant to like equip that to me. I don't want to fucking go around looking like this. Okay. Missions and the bomb section. Constellation. Check out the Constellation mission board. Complete a research project. Craft. Okay. Define space. Minor quality. Let's see. Favorite. Hang on. Gosh, what does this do? Okay, let's see. How do I fucking... First equipped, inspect. Okay. Now what do I do? Select. Oh, okay, I guess I can't. So let's take a little rest. One local hour. I'll just actually get some fucking sleep. Fancy. No, actually, no. Let's see if I can take a picture of myself sitting down. See if that's actually what I fucking wanted. Okay, we'll have to check out that 5 order later, and 5 orders for, real life, not game, unfortunately. Later, screenshot failed. That sucks. Go into this room. Oh. It's like, why is that looking so odd and awkward? Oh yeah. Okay, how can we make this brighter? Notepad. Can we turn that on? Oh, come on, little lampy. Okay, I can sort of see here better. Can I do anything? I don't think I can. Okay. Okay, this is not my room. Definitely looks like a bed. Yeah. I'm the chosen one. This. Okay, stuff I'll need once I actually get to doing shit. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the person. Oh, that's cute. Oh shit, did not mean to do that. My friend Kilby. Oh, bathroom. Yes, can I take a shit? It's not. Port the Clark Lewis. I breached the hull at approximately 13:48 Seoul time. As expected, got distracted. As expected, all internal systems were offline. Emergency power had ceased to function years earlier, so I was navigating this ship in 0G. Again, I expected that. Almost immediately, I started seeing the bodies. They were everywhere. Crew, the settlers, all of them, drifting throughout the ship. What surprised me were the obvious variations in the causes of death. Those not in suits were frozen and fairly well preserved. And I imagine some of them actually sophisticated. Others were emaciated, as if they had starved prior to death and freezing. Others had substantial wounding, gunshots, stab wounds. I even found an arm floating amongst the debris, but not the owner of said arm. It was when I got to the engine room that things finally started to make sense. Due to my approach, I hadn't noticed it from the outside, but half the compartment was actually gone, completely destroyed. The helium-3 tanks had ruptured. Somehow, sabotage? Faulty equipment? Wasn't clear. But the reactor was gone, blown into space. No helium-3 meant no jumping. No reactor meant no engines, no thrusters. That meant the Clark Lewis was dead in space. Forever. A few personnel logs I discovered only confirmed what I then assumed. Life on the Clark Lewis devolved over the course of the next few years. Some people starved to death. Others resorted to violence and even murder. There's even some compelling, though unsubstantiated evidence indicating cannibalism. For the settled systems at large, disappearance of the Clark Lewis is a topic of urban legend, like Bigfoot or the Roanoke colony. Part of the myth had held that the ship had made it to some Eden-like planet where the settlers had established a kind of utopia. It's a hell of a thing, knowing something an entire galaxy does not. Holding on to a truth so terrible, not even sure it should see the light of day. Chloe Bow's extensive 2,208... God damn it, sorry, I was reading that way wrong. Chloe Bow's extensive 2282 report on the destruction of the Clark Lewis colony ship, which was reported in the year 2257, was the subject of much contention within Constellation. At a time when space exploration was already on the decline, Sebastian Banks feared that the horrifying story of the Clark Lewis and its crew would prevent people from venturing out into the dangerous unknowns of space. Sebastian Banks, the rich guy. Like, I can see his, point of view of, people really won't want to go into space if they think they could, die real easily. But at the same time, he's a rich guy. So, I'm not saying I don't trust him, but yeah, he might have not good motives. Okay, I can make nom-noms here. Oh, that is a cool skull. Looks like a janitor's office here. Is this where we go to have sex and drink drugs or whatever? Ah, lovely bed. I can totally rest in. I have too much power. Okay, I guess I can't open it. At least something's protected. That's nice. I can sit in chairs. Yay! Things feel a lot more believable. Oh. Very relaxing. This is really nice room. I like that room. Oh, nice. Take that. Okay. I'm a bad boy. There they are.
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you, Captain. Now that you are a member of Constellation, I am at your service. No additional protocols necessary. Also, given the likelihood that you will be out in unsettled space, it might be beneficial to go over exploration outpost development, in case you ever need to build a base for field research.
I could use you on my crew, Vasco.
Captain, I will proceed to my assigned post.
Manage your crew, review and change different assignments.
Good day, Captain.
Outpost development, what do you mean?
The exploration of an unknown planet can be a major undertaking. By building an outpost, you will be able to construct scanning equipment, resource extractors, and defenses. It is even possible to set up multiple outposts capable of manufacturing, allowing you to build advanced equipment.
Nice. Well, what kind of advanced structures could I build?
The scan booster is the most obvious, as it will enable you to detect landmarks and other points of interest from further away. Beyond that, extractors will allow you to collect raw materials of various types, while fabricators enable the manufacturing. A particularly prosperous outpost may even warrant the construction of cargo links, allowing you to share resources between other
Nice.
outposts you have built.
Fucking awesome. How do I know if a planet has the resources I
A
need?
planetary scan will reveal the presence of key inorganic resources, although rarer elements will be harder to find without training. And while a scan may detect the presence of life on a planet, you will have to analyze the native plants and animals yourself to know what compounds they produce.
Sounds useful. I'll try next time I touch down on a
The
planet.
blueprints you need to construct an outpost should already be on your watch. It will automatically connect to any available materials for construction in your ship's cargo.
Fuck yeah. Do you mind if I ask you some personal questions?
Conversational protocols engaged. I am awaiting your query.
Oh my god. I'd like to know more about what makes you tick.
My programming dictates that I must answer any question.
How much do you know about humans?
Constellation has seen to it that I possess a near encyclopedic knowledge of human history, art, culture, and science. May I answer a question for you?
Do you speak every human language?
I have been programmed to comprehend all modern and ancient human languages. The only exception is body language. My body is crafted from reinforced metal, and therefore incompatible with such forms of expression.
What was the greatest invention in human history?
Logically, I believe the correct answer to be the airplane, followed shortly by the computer. Humans could not have become a spacefaring species without them. Illogically speaking, I am inclined to believe that books were your greatest invention. I have spent a good deal of time processing works of science fiction. They make good case studies in how your species could have made a mess of its entry into the stars in different ways than you did in reality.
Do you know any human jokes? Please be a terrible joke.
I am looking at one. I hope that was a suitable response. Constellation did not equip me with a sense of humor. I have done my best to mimic Barrett's.
Nice. What kind of human music do you like?
This is a difficult question to parse. I do not experience enjoyment. However, I find that the music of ancient Japan has a pleasantly mathematical sound. The same is true of the works of European composers from the Baroque period. I have dedicated significant time to processing these compositions and understanding their structure.
I have a question about something else.
I am prepared for your inquiry.
How did you become a part of Constellation?
Constellation recovered me from an abandoned lunar robotics factory on Earth's moon, where I was manufactured. I am told I was in quite a state of disrepair. Barrett elected to refurbish me after the discovery. Since then, I have been reprogrammed to be useful to Constellation.
Do you remember anything from before you were reprogrammed? Are you going to be another evil
Some
robot?
data from my time on Earth's moon remains deep in my motherboard, but I do not frequently access it. Very little of what is in those files would prove useful to modern spacefarers.
You were built on Earth. I'm going to do this choice. It's a good thing they were able to fix
Constellation is an exceptionally driven and intelligent group of humans. I would expect nothing less of them. I am powered by wheels and cogs. They are responsible for any ticking that emanates from me.
Do you enjoy working with Constellation?
That is a difficult question to parse. I do not experience human emotions such as enjoyment. However, I have been kept busy since Constellation acquired me. That satisfies my directive to be as helpful as possible for the duration of my existence.
Do you miss the lodge while we're traveling?
In a geographical sense, the lodge cannot be missed. It is easily accessible from the New Atlantis spaceport. But I presume that you are using miss in this context to mean long for. In which case, my answer is no. I long for nothing. Barrett, however, regularly complains about missing the lodge's amenities during our travels. This has led me to the conclusion that it is a place worth missing.
Yeah, that sounds like something Barrett would say. I miss enough for both of
Your
us.
vital signs indicate that you are currently in a state of emotional distress.
Oh
engaging
shit.
in support protocols. There.
Okay,
Very
I'd like to
well.
ask you that.
Please proceed with your query.
What's your read on Barrett?
It is impossible to read Barrett. He is neither a book nor a block of code.
You know what the
if
fuck
you
I
are
meant,
asking
Voss.
for a summary of my observations on his behavior, I will provide one.
God. He does seem like quite the character.
Based on my understanding of Barrett, I believe he would be flattered by that assessment.
How does traveling with me compare to traveling with Barrett?
I find you to be a more measured and logical captain than Barrett. It would be quite difficult for another human to be more reckless than him. My likelihood of expiration due to corporeal destruction has been significantly reduced since coming aboard your ship. You should consider this a success.
Can you tell me more about Lunar Robotics?
Lunar Robotics is a manufacturing company. They are most notable for creating Model A robots. Their headquarters was once located on Earth's moon. It was evacuated during the cataclysm that rendered Earth uninhabitable.
Oh
Today,
shit, what the fuck
Lunar
happened?
Robotics products are still found throughout the settled systems, myself included.
I don't have any more questions right
I
now.
hope my answers were satisfactory.
Yeah, you could say that.
What can I help you with? So, are you ready to get to work? Or was there something else?
What is Constellation? What do you do?
We're explorers. Humanity has always hunted for knowledge in the unknown. We just take that a little more seriously than others. We were founded decades ago by a man named Sebastian Banks. He wanted a small group of people from all corners of the settled systems dedicated to the biggest question of all. What's out there? These artifacts could be everything we've been looking for. Another great secret the universe is asking us to unravel.
How well known is Constellation?
I don't know what you've heard, but I can imagine. First of all, I think you can dismiss any stories about us no longer existing. I don't believe in smearing our name everywhere we can. Exploring the universe, charting the unknown, that's what counts. Besides, having a little mystery gives us room to maneuver. A fixed reputation could fence us in a lot of ways.
Very true. What do you know about the artifacts?
Not much, but you've seen them for yourself. It doesn't take a lot to realize we're dealing with something extraordinary. Just what that is, we'll have to figure out. It's what we do.
I still need some time to get settled.
I understand. You've been through a lot. Just let me know when.
Okay. Let's see. Okay.
Hi.
I'll go walking outside.
Please disregard. I attempted an informal greeting, but I am
I'm sorry, dude. I raced here without actually really fucking looking, you know? I want to look around, explore. sun's arising. Hey, this is really nice here. I fucking love it. Oh, can I talk to you? Dude.
Sergeant, you kill for a cup of coffee right about now.
So saith we all, good sir. So saith we all. Oh my god. Love exploring. Oh my god, that is a nice lake. Can I swim? I can't swim, I need a nice quick way out, you know. You know, what's life without a little risk? Jemison planet. World. Okay, there's something there that my scanner is asking me to go to, so you know what? The scanner seems to know a little bit more than I do at this point. Oh my gosh, that's a nice jump. Survey down 33%. Oh shoot. Didn't mean to do that. Actually. Okay, what's that? Fauna. I don't know what that's trying to guide me to, but... Wait, should I have been following it, like, directly? I guess following it from back here. Star Collective Embassy. Sure, I don't want to steal anything.
Unless you've got embassy. Nobody sees the ambassador without an appointment. And you don't have one.
Okay, Jeebus. Okay, imagine seeing this every day. Damn. Oh well. That's here. Yo, how you
Gotta
doing?
call, someone's power kept going out. Know what it was? A heat leech as long as my leg. Ugh.
Shit.
Yes, exactly. It's like
I may not always have the perfect advice for people, but I try to just be here for them. I think that's what they really need more than anything else. Were you seeking worldly wisdom or just a friendly ear?
The meaning of life would be good for a start.
It would, wouldn't it? Well, if you find it, be sure to come back and let me know. It would make the next sermon more memorable, if nothing else. And in the meantime, while it isn't quite so profound, I might suggest reading some of our works. Among the Grab Jumps is a good place to start. I'm sure you can find a copy lying about. And if you do decide to read it, perhaps you'd let me know what you think. See if it speaks to you, as it has to others.
I don't think I've had the pleasure.
That's all right. I'm sure it just escaped your memory. So many things do over time. There must be a copy around here somewhere. If you do happen to peruse it, I would enjoy hearing your thoughts on the idea.
I'll give it a look.
Wonderful. I really would be happy to discuss it with you sometime.
Okay, it looks like a crazy religious fanatic. I was about to say another F word for some goddamn reason. Oh my god! Look at this.
The first time I came to New Atlantis, I met Thomas. Thought it was absolutely crazy. Oh, how that's changed. I'm happy to help out in whatever way I can here. Anything Thomas needs.
Our numbers are growing every year. Aquilis's message really connects with people.
Crazy religious fanatic. Yep. Definitely crazy. Among the grab jump, God seeks you. I need to eat something. Hang on, let me get a snack as we read among the grab jumps together. Probably just crazy religious mumbo jumbo, but we're gonna do it together, damn it. Doing this. Okay, among the grab jumps, God seeks you. Is God real? The more proper question would be, is reality divine? Existence itself is a mystery which yearns to be uncovered. What is goodness but comparison to the good? What is existence but a participation in being? Any common attribute invites comparison to some more pure form of it. And as we work our way up the tree of attributes, from apples to red to color to wavefronts to energy to space-time to existence, we find fewer and fewer branches to explore. All of reality eventually converges into a single point. Some call it Omega, others Telos, some call it God, but its true nature is best understood in another way. With honeycombed, For where the diversity of the universe inspires awe and wonder, exists only in contrast to simplicity so pure that it may only be understood as primordial and even divine. To say that it exists is effectively redundant, as it is, in fact, existence itself. Our being derives from being. Our essence is what was imagined by its mind, but what we consider imagining and what we consider mind are in fact so far beyond our understanding that even these metaphors are like the tiny whitecaps on a massive surging sea. Hallelujah! Most urgently, this being, which gave rise to reality itself, seeks, understands its consequence. By which I mean you and me. Our senses are limited and only able to perceive 3 dimensions as we are helplessly flung along the fourth in a single direction. Our finest minds tell us that the universe has at least 12 dimensions, and who knows what further knowledge may be revealed in time. From our meager capacity, the universe is not simply unexplored, but fully unknowable in any comprehensive sense. Yay! And so we rely on revelation. We submit ourselves to direct communion with the one source of truth. For truth is another of its tributes, even as all the separate aspects resolve into simplicity. To know the truth, we must know the truth. And that truth wishes to know us as well. Our physical embodiments are limited to movement in 3 direct dimensions. Directions, what the fuck? Let me start that over again. I was doing good. I fucked up. Woo! Our physical embodiments are limited to movement in 3 dimensions, just as fabric is bound to and defined by its warp and weft. We have a power that raises us above the unminded matter that merely exists without will. We can bend the fabric of space-time, rending warp from weft, peering through the veil that we may otherwise mistake for all that there is. When we do so, by jumping from point to point, we are not merely moving in space, but become voyagers into a new level of understanding. Those moments between grab jumps are not simply nothingness, but glimpses into understanding of the mystery that underlies all reality. To know that truth is to become closer to the divine ourselves. This is the purpose of our lives. The purpose of the Sanctum Universum is to guide you in these experiences, so each opportunity to know is not squandered. Seek out Aquilius. Let him open your heart to the understanding that it is no different from your mind. Join us as we seek further communion and increase our sharing in the nature of the divine. And I'm going to save. Okay. And I'm going to quit